It's your favorite YouTube dealer. I appreciate you guys for stopping in. We got something new from Webby. I'm a couple days late on this. This came out 2 days ago, so it's not that bad. It's called Mischief Night Freeverse, and we actually started to listen to the beginning of it on a live stream last night. Twitch.tv/DuaneTV. If anyone does not know, Fridays we usually do music reactions. Every other day could be hit or miss, that's probably not the term I wanted to use, but you never know what it's going to be. I might be gaming, might be watching more music reactions, might be checking out random videos, just stop through. Whatever you guys bring through we usually will lead us in the direction that we go. But in the beginning of this, it sounded like he started to take some shots at G-Eazy. So I didn't know if this was actually a diss track towards G-Eazy, and I didn't want to listen to it all on stream. I'd rather actually listen to it and do an uploaded reaction. So we're going to dive in. I probably heard like the first minute or so, I think, like until he just started to say some stuff about G-Eazy, and it felt like it was going to continue. So let's lock in, see what that boy Webby talking about.
Okay, all set, let's go.
I'm a raw dude, it's what I evolved to. And the shit you heard about me is probably all true. And what you call my peers in rap, I call food. Cut them into little pieces and dip them in fondue.
And I like how he started it off, like anything you heard about me is probably all true. Now he's saying it in a certain way, but I've seen someone, I think it was Dante, who's also a Twitch streamer for anyone that doesn't know. He does some music reactions too. One day I think he was like upset because people kept saying different things about him based on rumors that they heard. And he's just like, yo, listen, if y'all just believe anything you hear about me, I don't really care. Like, I don't give a shit. You could think whatever you want about me, doesn't change the reality. He knows, like, I got my core people around me, my viewership, everything like that, and they know who I am, what I stand for. So if anybody outside of that wants to believe this, that, or the third, go right ahead. Like, I just don't care. I'm pretty sure he said something like that. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm thinking about somebody else. But I respected that, and I'm like, you know what? That's the best way to approach it. You can't be worried about what every random person thinks about you or what little piece of information they got and how they ran with it. Because I don't have time to sit here and correct all of it. So it's like, yo, just, it is what it is. Yeah, if you think it's true, it's probably true. Whatever.
Cocaine and chartreuse to get loose and boost. These spastic outbursts occurring up in the booth. I'm writing these dissertations, they writing like Mother Goose. And their fans must be slow too, cause they getting views. But it's cool, cause I'm riding on my own path. Stayed out the way of the game and I chose that. While they climb the Hollywood mountain with a broke back. Selling ass while they selling souls, selling both that. And I could have been G-Eazy, could have signed a big deal. Took those very same meetings, but I got a weird feeling.
See, I like that. See, I could have been G-Eazy. Because I took some of the same meetings that he took. I could have signed that big deal. But that shit ain't feel right, so I ain't go with it.
Looking at it now, that shit gives me the chills. Cause to be G-Eazy would suck, dog, for real. He on so many drugs, he got me looking sober. Now wipe that damn makeup off, you fucking poser. That Satan worshiping Illuminati shit is over. And so is your career, dog, let me give you closure. Throw this motherfucker in a halfway house before he spits another trash ass bar, just get him out. Gee, you making white boys look bad right now. And as a white boy, you don't get no pass right now.
Yo, I like that. And as a white boy, you don't get no pass right now. Yo, I've only heard a little bit from G-Eazy. Some of it wasn't bad though. I'm not gonna say that he's just a horrible rapper. Like, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I like some of it, but I've not heard his whole catalog. I've not heard the majority of his bars. And if Webby said, I'm with Webby, bro. Webby my guy. So I rock with Webby. Webby will cook that fool. I 100% believe that. But I just found this. I didn't see these shots coming. I had no idea. So I don't know if they've even met each other, or if there is any beef there, or if this is just him saying this because, like, again, I took some of the same meetings and I could have signed those big deals, which is similar to what G-Eazy did. And now I look at his career and look at my career. I'm much happier to be me. You know, and he made the right choice.
You could say that I'm a dick, I'd be inclined to agree. But I'm just sick of all these wannabe lying MCs. Little puppets for the labels and secret societies. Up at Diddy gatherings, bunch of Hollywood creeps. Can't speak from firsthand, never been to one. For the tea, you gotta ask Meek Mill that one. Yeah, my skills ain't dope.
Yo.
Yeah, I'm still that one.
My man taking shots at Meek too. That's crazy. Yo, the funniest joke I heard, I think it was Andrew Schultz, who said, yo, imagine you walk into a Diddy party and you got Meek Mill just sitting on Diddy's lap getting pet like a Maltese cat. That shit bodied me. The way he presented it and set it up and then hit you with the punchline, that shit was so amazing to me. Now, I will say, and I've said this in some of my live streams because people have brought it up, and it seems like people are quick to say, yo, anyone who's been at a Diddy party is automatically doing Diddy shit. And I don't agree with that because I do think that Diddy is he was smart about it in the sense that he made a lot of connections, networked with a lot of people, and put on a lot of really amazing industry parties that brought in all sorts of people, right? And I think a lot of those parties were just legit parties. But I do feel like throughout those parties, he probably talked with different people. You know, you mingle here and there, you get a feel for who everybody is, and then slowly but surely start to invite certain people to some other activities, whether it's after party activities or secret parties that go on that you're not promoting in the same way. So I don't think everybody that's been to a Diddy party is on board with the Diddy shit that we've seen that's probably going on. I think it's more so that he used the parties to make it as a front. So it's like, yo, everyone's been to my party. Like everybody, all the big celebrities, all the big everybody. So like, obviously we ain't doing nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? But in all reality, he's singling out certain people and then inviting them to the F shit that was going on. That's what I truly believe.
You could say I'm not a legend, but I feel like one. I'm the bastard son of Shady, so
Hold up, I want to go back. I feel like that bar would have hit more if I heard the lead up to it.
Up at Diddy gatherings, bunch of Hollywood creeps. Can't say from firsthand, never been to one. For the tea, you gotta ask Meek Mill that one. Yeah, my skills ain't dull. Yeah, I'm still that one. You could say I'm not a legend, but I feel like one.
Let's go.
I'm the bastard son of Shady, so whether or not he chooses to embrace me doesn't matter. He knows he's the one who made me all those years ago. When I was little more than a baby, he created a fucking monster. So love me or hate me, I'm still the fucking Jon Snow to the shadiest throne. Thought I wanted it until I started making my own.
Yo, and I respect that too, right? Because it's almost like you shoot yourself in the foot. As soon as people are like, yo, you're a white rapper, you were inspired by Eminem. Oh, just another one of the, but like that, but it's just like Eminem inspired a lot of people, black artists as well. And people don't want to give him any respect for that. But M has done a lot of shit in the game and introduced us to a lot of dope MCs that got inspired by him and became artists because of him. And it's dope that Webby will show that love. And he's like, you know, I used to want that same throne that he had until I started to build my own. Right? Like that was who inspired me. That's what brought me into the game. What do I want to, how do I want to say it? I don't want to say representation. I'm like a product. I'm a product of that man and what he's done. But as I've grown into my own, I'm creating my own throne over here on the side. And, you know, like, I like that. I like the way that he, let's go back a little bit. I like the way that he put that.
Shady, so whether or not he chooses to embrace me doesn't matter. He knows he's the one who made me all those years ago when I was little more than a baby. He created a fucking monster, so love me or hate me, I'm still the fucking Jon Snow to the shadiest throne. Thought I wanted it until I started making my own. North of the wall, underground, where the white walkers roam all alone. But just look at how the Padawan's grown. With the death of Slim Shady, there's an open slot though. Who you think's qualified? Fucking Jack Harlow? Fuck no, it'd be a compliment to call him so-so. That
Yo, he taking shots at everybody. Listen, I like Jack Harlow, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I do think that the Jack Harlow that we've gotten since What's Poppin' and his last couple albums and shit like that, which one of them wasn't bad, but overall, you could tell that his music has changed way more towards melodies, and the industry is definitely kind of pushing him in a certain direction because they feel like it'll sell more. But when you listen to old Jack Harlow, like Sundown, Dark Knight, before he ever blew up with What's Poppin' and started to get signed and just went crazy all over the place and became like a super mainstream artist, this dude was nasty with it, bro. I swear to you, I remember checking out and doing reactions to some of his early shit when nobody was checking him out. And I was like, yo, this dude is crazy good. He's 100% going to become somebody. There's no way that he's not going to catch on eventually. And then like within the next year, What's Poppin' came out. And I was like, yo, I felt justified. I'm like, yo, I knew it. I'm just saying, I ain't create him, but I knew it. I heard that man, and I was like, there's no way he don't do numbers. And it's just unfortunate that his style has kind of changed and become more like this melodic, mainstreamy kind of sound instead of like that old just, yo, Jack going in type shit, which I loved.
white man can't jump. I mean, shit, he could barely flow. I don't know him. I'm just saying.
Yo. I'm here for the shots, though. Again, I rock with Webby over all these dudes. I'm just saying, some of them I could appreciate a little bit, but I like that Webby going in like this.
Slot though, who you think's qualified? Fucking Jack Harlow? Fuck no, it'd be a compliment to call him so-so. That white man can't jump. I mean, shit, he could barely flow. I don't know him. I'm just saying he ain't got it like that. And nor do most of the rappers within my Spotify app. And if I don't do it, then who else gonna take out the trash? It's a thankless job, so I just embrace it as that. But why you hating, Webby? What's the fucking matter with you? I don't know. I got bored, didn't have shit to do. Crushed an addy and snorted it. Now I'm back in the mood to massacre these whack rappers. I'm a savage, it's true. I'm not a mean guy, really. I'm just playing my position, which puts me in a position for ripping my competition. But that don't mean I hate everybody. Don't you forget it. I got underground alliances with some of the illest. I know Canadian rappers, real Canadian rappers who didn't move to the States and stop claiming it after.
Shout out to Merc. Shout out, yo, there's a lot of dope Canadian artists. Shout out to Mercules. Shout out to Kripal. Shout out to Junk. Shout out to Young Stitch. Shout out to Lotus James. I feel like there's more I'm forgetting right now. Shout out to Philly Regs. Shout out to B1 the Architect. There's more and I'm forgetting them right now. Shout out to Snack the Ripper. Like, bro, Canada got some flames over there.
Yeah, you know who I mean. That's just my thoughts on a matter. And regardless of the science, I'm an anti-daxer. Shout to Mercules,
Hey!
DTG.
DTG as well. Oh man, I forgot DTG. Yo, he said I'm an anti-Daxer, like anti-vaxxer, but then there's Dax who came out of Canada. I like that he threw some shots. I'm not gonna lie. We've done some reactions to Dax because I do feel like his latest like life arc or whatever you want to call it has been pretty dope. He's talking about more real shit, more like, you know, people that get drunk and, you know, alcoholism and being a real man and stuff. Like I like some of these new songs that he's put out. But for those of you guys that have rocked with me for a long time know that back in like 2019, the reason my channel ever grew initially was because I put out a video called Dax Exposed, and I talked about how he was selling people verses for a good amount of money and repeating lines. Sometimes it was like 12 bars instead of 16 bars, and they had to build around it and try to make it work anyway. And I just pointed out a lot of the shit and people jumped all over it. It got a lot of hate at first, but then a lot of the people that were talked about in the video that he did it to, like Crypt and some of these other people, came forward and verified what I said, because I did talk to them before I made that video. And then I started to get some love from it and got crazy amounts of subs. And then that literally sparked my ability to do YouTube. Like, you know, Dax is kind of responsible for my YouTube career, so to speak, just because he was doing some F shit and I called it out. And then we had the Dax diss, which a lot of people liked, which is still on my main channel. And it was a long storyline of shit that was happening with amongst a whole bunch of people, the YouTube ciphers. It was a dope time. Definitely a dope time. So I can rock with him on that. I totally get it. And I like that he's going to go through and name some of these Canadian artists. I'm curious who else I missed that he's going to mention.
Matter. And regardless of the science, I'm an anti-daxer. Shout to Mercules, DTG, and Quake. Shout to Classified and Chocolate leading the way.
Bro, Quake. I forgot. Yo, Quake is one of the best, in my opinion, out of Canada. Like his flow and just, it's so well put together of a structured just style. It's crazy. And then he mentioned Classified, one of the OGs, in my opinion. And I didn't hear who he said last.
Shout to Mercules, DTG, and Quake. Shout to Classified and Chocolate leading the way.
I don't think I know who the last person is that he mentioned. I can't make out exactly who he said.
And any other real Canadians, I'm meaning to say. But above all else, it's rest in peace, Pat Stay. Wait, you didn't say Drake? Yeah, I know. I'm not a girl with bad musical taste or a homo.
Yo, the Drake disrespect. Hey, I ain't even. I'm not the biggest Drake fan. I felt like early in the day, like Drake was dope when he was doing mixtape shit back in like 2008. Like that shit was, it was fire to me. And then as he's dropped more albums, it's just become more of a pop sound than a rap sound, and it's just not really my thing. But rest in peace to Pat Stay. For anyone that does not know, one of the best battle rappers out there. If you've not seen a battle from him, Google or YouTube on your own time, Pat Stay verse. You don't even got to type anything else in. Just that, they'll pop up. Watch some of them. This dude was nasty with it. Super sad that he passed away.
DTG and Quake. Shout to Classified and Chocolate leading the way.
I keep rewinding, my bad.
Real Canadians, I'm meaning to say. But above all else, it's rest in peace, Pat Stay. Wait, you didn't say Drake? Yeah, I know. I'm not a girl with bad musical taste or a homo. I ain't big enough to diss him, though he's out of my league. And after Kendrick caught that body, honestly, there's no need. So fuck it. Nothing matters, cause whatever I do, I'm not part of the program, so I ain't getting the views. I could fucking cure cancer, go and get on the news. I still won't get the credit whenever the credit is due. But if you do get mad at what I said today, I won't apologize, and yes, it was meant that way. But fuck it, I can't help the fact I am this way. Wish I wasn't sometimes, but fuck it sometimes. And sometimes some shit just gotta be said. And who else gonna do it? So screw it, go get my meds. A couple ketamine crystals in a joint to the head. I'm that microphone killer, now that microphone dead.
Yo, I like this. So what I thought was gonna be a G-Eazy diss, that was just the beginning of the crazy shit. Like he jumped into a whole bunch of people. This was just shots fired all around at everybody. Shout out to Webby. I like Webby. Webby's extremely dope. Like I said before in a video, like I heard of Webby years ago. Yeah, like back when I was like in college, mate. Like this was a long time ago. And I remember someone saying Webby, and initially I thought of the basketball player whose last name was Webby. And that, because I'd never heard of this dude. So that's what I pictured when people said that. And then years later, I finally listened and I was like, yo, okay, I rock with him. Now we do reactions. We started to dive into Webby. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of people that start, like, it's a good time. It's a good time. And this might be one of my favorite things he dropped in a while, because I like when people take shots. I love this kind of shit. So let me know what you guys thought down below. I appreciate you guys. I will catch you in the next one, homies.